Hello, everyone. We went live on short notice. Ooh,
God bless you.
Bless you, Don Don. Let's see if anyone got my message.
Yeah, Chit Chat Live.
Chit Chat Live. Let's see if anyone got my message. You're going to have to read that.
Yeah.
Nobody's here yet.
Okay, we mutated.
Nobody is here yet. Oh, yeah, you're there. I think
there.
that's you.
That's me.
Yeah.
Do you see me there?
It says one person right there.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Tina. Hello, Tina. Tracy. Mary.
Hello, everyone. I am so sorry that we didn't go live last night, but our power kept going out. So,
Yeah, it was crazy. When you have bad weather over here, for some stupid reason, the everything just goes haywire.
yeah, it's like
Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Paula.
Hello, everybody.
Brooklyn.
So he's going to read the comments because I can't. Well, I can, but it's so small on my phone. So, how is everyone
Sandra.
doing? How is everybody doing?
Oh my goodness. I got out of it. Oh.
We're professional.
I'm bad.
We're professional.
I'm a professional.
So, how is everybody doing? I thought we would just go live. If you guys have, if you have any questions for us or anything, you can ask away. If you have any topic you want to talk about, you can ask away. So we do again apologize for not going live. I see some sneaking. That's Penny right there. So, wow. We do have a bunch of people. I still can't see it. Yeah. I have new glasses for no reason. I can't see out of them. So there's a couple things that we started doing a video, and it was like a 30-minute video. And I know not a lot of people like those videos. So we figured instead of doing that, we would just go live. Right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is our cat, Penny. Yeah, okay. Here she goes.
Well, we have somebody being bad over here. Hold on.
He's not really being
not being bad. He's just making over excessive noise. Come here.
He's okay.
Come here, Papa. Come on.
Everybody knows we have a bunch of cats.
Good boy.
So we just came back from dinner. We went and got Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mm-hmm. They're really good. Excuse me, I had to get a drink. I should go. So, anybody have any questions? You know, we're not really professional.
It did warm up a little bit there, yes.
Oh, yeah. Today, it was like a heat wave. It was like 30-some degrees.
It's like a sauna.
Okay, my father lives in Louisiana, so every morning he has to text me, and he told me, because I think it was 84 there, and he says, I just cannot take this heat anymore. It's like 84 degrees. How are you doing? So, and he knows it's cold, and we just have it over a foot of snow. So.
She said she loves your gnome cup.
Oh, yeah, this is a Christmas one, but I don't want to put
it. Loves our kitties and our puppies. We
yeah.
love our kitties and puppies too.
Yes.
We just had a neighbor cat stay at the home. She's pregnant. We hope to find her a home, but my Hugs has taken to her.
Oh, see, I had the same problem.
That means that you're going to have a cat there, Mary.
This is Lux. Lux was actually in a magazine because he was born with this
we'll get a picture of it.
Boo Boo Paw, and he made it in a magazine. So, but nothing came of it. I thought he was going to be a star. But
Tracy, 70 where?
Where? I'm jealous.
Oh wait, she probably said where she was before.
Probably. And this is our one-eye baby. Yes. We rescued him. He got a really bad eye infection.
North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. He got a really bad eye infection, and his eye was like bulging. So we took him to the emergency, and
yeah, that was horrible.
It was horrible. It was horrible. And
well, we thought we were gonna lose him, so you know.
Yeah.
But this is my baby boy.
But that night we had to make the decision whether he should lose his eye or not, and we did. And then they were saying about the cost. They're like, oh, this is going to be very expensive, and what are you going to do? And so, I thought it was like going to be like $3,000 or $5,000. And she said, "Oh no, 700." And I was like,
It was
"Oh,
like
seven
750 something
It
like
was
that. I was
under
like,
800.
I was like,
Yep.
you know,
So
like, that's a no-brainer. You know,
so
it's like, well, you know, I mean, I was thinking, you know, I was actually thinking, well, at 3,000, I was going to flip the bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then, like, anything more than that, I was like, oh, well, you know.
Is there a
But she
payment
made,
arrangement?
you know, she made it sound like it was going to be, you know, way out of reach.
Yeah, but
You know,
she made it.
not saying that $3,000 is not way out of
bless
reach. It's just
you.
that I had a credit card with that kind of, you know,
Yeah.
limit on it, and I was set to,
Yeah.
you know, just say here, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, but then anything beyond that, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have the capacity to do it. So I was,
Right. And then our other option was to put them down. So, but then when she told us the price, it was, and we were, because we have a card just for them, and so we were lucky. We were severely lucky, and we have a bunch of cats here that have problems.
like Tracy Harmon says, it's great to see that all your animals get along. My boxer hates other animals, especially cats.
Okay.
That's sad.
Let's not fool you, Tracy. Let's not fool you. I'm not going to say they don't all get along. The majority of them, yes, do get along, but some of them get tired of like some of them are very affectionate, and the older ones are like, "Nah, get out of my face," and you know there will be a squabble here and there. I have to say, the king of all troublemakers is Tank, which is Lux's brother. He is the troublemaker. He goes after all the girls and the shy girls too, the ones that don't really come out that much. So it is kind of you're playing referee a lot with each cat. So far, I don't have a problem with the dogs, but they do like to play and chase the cats. So I have to get them to stop doing that as much. But other than that, we're pretty good. Yeah.
Hi, Betty. You didn't miss much.
No, we just started. So, is there anything
And it's
anybody?
good to see that your dog is spoiled. Tracy. Yeah.
I love spoiled animals.
All of our animals are spoiled.
They are, but we do make our own dog and cat food. I think we've told you that we're going to do a video. We have done it, but I haven't done the voiceover for it. But we just got the recipe from YouTube, so they've been really loving that. So I think you make it 2 times a week.
It's only because of the how many animals we have. Actually, it'll make up to 15, 13-ounce containers. So if you have 1 dog or 2 dogs, actually that'll feed 2 dogs pretty well, unless you have a real big dog.
Yeah.
And it's extremely cheap to make, and it's like way better than that stuff that you get over there. Yeah, it depending on how much your need is.
Wow.
You're talking, like I think it cost me about $12 or something like that to make a batch.
I have
about
all
a dollar each of, this is homemade stuff, so that exactly what's in it.
Yeah. So what's in it is chicken, beef. They also get gizzards, hearts and gizzards. And who's that?
Hey, good evening.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi Diane.
Diane's and Debbie.
Yep. Hi Debbie. I just wanted to go live to say hello to everybody. I know everybody misses Diane's lives, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now with Diane's family, and family always comes first. And Jacqueline, she is, I believe, headed home now. She was on vacation. So we just decided we'd go on and say hello to everybody, because my lack of videos is quite impressive. I can stay offline pretty well. And so,
Never Will I Die wants to know, why are we talking about animals? Why? What are we supposed to be talking about?
Because we have them. We rescue cats. We have some dogs.
There's always
Is
one.
there something you wanted to talk about? What's your name? Why?
Never Will I Die.
Never Will I Die. Is there anything you'd like to talk about? You could bring it up in the comments and we can chat about it. Right? But I have been not feeling well. Um, it's just a lot of stuff. Like the weather affects me the most. So, and I have been keeping up on videos. We've been keeping up on the Hensons, of course. Stefano wanted to talk about Jim's video because we're going to get a male perspective, not just everybody else. You know, you don't like animals?
Okay,
That's fine.
we have animals, so we talk about ours.
Yes,
So
and
that's fine.
some people really enjoy the animals. So, and actually, talking about animals, we have Stormy, who will be 16 this year. So we have to do something special for
Yeah,
her.
we're gonna have a
But
sweet 16 for her.
yeah. So, do you want to speak about the Henson video?
Oh, what do
Jim's?
you go? We did watch his live from like
Last week.
last week or whatever,
Where he
and
told the truth.
where he told the truth, and I got to commend him for that. And number one, right? It does bring a lot to light. Here, take this while I'm
Okay.
talking so you can see what's
I can
going
see
on.
everybody.
So it does take a lot to light of what may have been going on in the situation from his point of view.
No, Diane, you can share it if you want.
Now if I say I have said before that and kind of like a dig in a way that he shouldn't be tired after a certain amount of hours of just working his regular job, which I don't think his job is really actually that stressful.
It's 5
Right.
hours.
So working about 5 hours a day. But then also I did put in a thing saying, well, maybe if he would elaborate more and say, exactly, maybe he's using more time doing more stuff and everything like this, that he would, that would pretty much tell me why,
He's so tired.
he's so tired. So like if he had to go to 6 to 10 work, let's say, right? But he's up at 6 o'clock in the morning taking care of everybody all day.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't get home until 11 o'clock, and then he still has stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's not getting good sleep. Then that can cause an irritable person. And that can really work on your emotions, especially if you're doing this day in, day out.
Mm-hmm.
6 to 7 days a week, whatever he works. I don't know.
But we actually got to hear what was really on his mind, and
he really got everything off his chest.
He really did, and I think it's because he's so beaten down all the time, with her videos saying, yeah, he's being manipulated for sure, but it's more or less like he never gets any time to himself. And I was always like, why does this man need so much time to himself? Like, because he doesn't get it. He goes to work, yes, he has that time, driving to work, working and driving home. He has that little bit, but you don't have enough time to decompress. And like, he has so much on his plate. Hi, Tank. He has so much on his plate that I don't really think he gets that much time to himself,
So it's there's no real digs at Jim or anything like that.
I still have my same opinion of him.
It is what it is. I mean, as far as his confusion of like Wiccan and religion and all of this stuff, that's a different story altogether. That's you should get yourself straight in that. But as far as the coming clean with Jerry and everything
Thank
like
you,
this,
Diane.
it is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
And she doesn't he basically, that was a desperate cry for help right there.
I thought it was.
The whole entire thing, it was actually like, I can't say I feel bad. I'm just saying that, it's like I can understand where he's coming from. It's a lot, to put on his plate. And, us men, we're very simple creatures. All we want to do is, go to work, come home, relax, chill out, do what we have to do, and not really work too much outside of the, what has to be done, pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Not saying that we don't like to play and, all of this good stuff,
Yeah.
Or even, help out in particular situations, but if you're doing everything and you're not getting any peace, and you're not getting any, alone time.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like he got very, very.
I'm sorry, hairy monster, that we junk up your feed, but I really don't do that much. So you're okay to leave. Be on. Bye. You don't need to tell me that or anybody else.
Junk up your feed.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. Harry Monster said, I forgot to unsubscribe from this channel. You guys are junking up my notifications. I don't notify anybody. Like, I really don't notify people, so I don't know what you're talking about. But you can go. Bye. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
and don't forget to unsubscribe.
Really, unsubscribe.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. These are the people that I love. I love people that love to say stuff like that, don't notify me that you're leaving, just leave.
The good thing about the live here is that you could see it for yourselves. It's like, we're not saying anything or doing anything out of line here.
No.
Basically, we come on here and it's entertainment. That's basically it. And what do you call it? And we never, this is a good chance for us to give back to you. Yeah. Say, okay, we're here live right now. Say something, and we're going to answer it, and you're going to hear it addressed to you personally. So, like I've said before in the past, we're here. We'll answer any of your questions.
Whatever.
Huh?
Whatever. Yeah. Tracy likes to hear you say that. Mm-hmm. Hi, honeysuckle. How are you? Yeah. Thank you, Angela. Like we say, we did not bring this, start talking about the Hensons just because. We started talking about the Hensons because I actually truly liked her. I really did. But then these discrepancies in her health care, I really do, I read that thing that Jacqueline posted today about the person saying, well, we're not medical professionals. No, we're not. You have to just either look up the information or just look at her. You can tell what's going on.
Facts are facts.
Mm-hmm. And it is a shame that she has so many people snowed. And if anybody else saw her video about why why do you believe my husband and not me? It's because your husband lives there and he's living with you and he's telling the truth. Finally, he's telling the truth. And even the thing that Jacqueline posted where that person was saying, ridiculous stuff. She even said that the tumor was on the kidney, not in the kidney. See what I'm saying? That's why, we bring these things up. It's not to bash her as a person, but come on now, tell the truth. Because she's getting caught in lie after lie, And when you put yourself out there and say, this is a journey I'm bringing you on, people expect the journey. And you're not, I saw her old video, just last year when she was in the rehab. Now that's the journey people wanted to see. Her rehabbing, her walking, her learning how to walk on her walker. That's the things people wanted to see. And I believe it was her hip that was worked on. Excuse me, guys. Mm-hmm.
I'll just answer some of these in here. Mary Christos says, I am a caregiver and her health care is off.
Way off. Way off.
Which is true, it's like, that's the thing is that when you start thinking about it, it's the facts. The facts are not the facts. If the facts have to be straight and that's it. And
I don't know. It's like we saw so many things with his father. And like we told everybody, we have many family members that have had cancer. His own sister had breast cancer. So we know a lot. And everybody's journey is, yes, different, but it's not that much different. It really isn't. It's not that much different. Usually with renal cell carcinoma, they remove the kidney so the tumor doesn't spread, whether on your kidney or in your kidney. Either way, they still take that kidney.
Right.
And with her having 100% kidney function, there's no reason why she couldn't have had that kidney removed unless she didn't have cancer. You know, that's our 2 cents about that. And
I could show you a picture of my dad just in what?
ooh, yeah.
Just from
Like
I went down
6 months before he passed was a big difference too.
Oh yeah, just 6 months before. It's like I mean, he didn't want to eat. He didn't want to anything. I mean, it was like it was horrible. You know, and he, I don't know.
And his dad was on the chemo pill. So like I've said before, he was on the chemo pill 14 days on and then 14 days off.
It was some kind of nuclear.
Ooh, it was it.
Something
It
like
was,
that. They say like if you're gonna have children, you shouldn't be near this.
Yeah.
Because it could, you know, it's pure, like it had radiation. You know,
Yeah.
So it was real chemo pills.
And his mom never touched it. Like, and I think she wore gloves even.
It was weird.
And it was all by itself.
The pill itself, the had an alarm on, and it would ring every day at a specific time, and he had to take that pill at that time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, you should have told me that.
Yep.
That would have been something fun to tell.
Yeah.
Because she said she took hers every morning at 6 a.m. I think she said she took it. So, and she was on it every day. And she was taking, I believe what she said was 40 milligrams, which I don't think that's a pretty light. I kept forgetting to ask your mom what Dad's dose was. But, you know, there's so many inconsistencies, and this soft begging, I cannot stand it. I cannot. They're always talking about their bills. They're always talking about all kinds of stuff. Broken windows, broken furnace. She wanted...
Yeah, that's what some of these people are saying.
She wanted her back ointment. She couldn't afford that, which I don't understand that because she's on pretty good. She's got like almost the gold card of medical.
Well, not only that, is what do you call it? Jim gets a discount, you know, a very good discount at Walmart.
Yeah, so why isn't her supplies, that her medical, like the gauze and stuff that she's buying, why aren't they buying it from Walmart to get the discount? You know what I mean? Like, that's common sense, right?
Well, you should.
Or you could go to the Dollar Tree because they have a whole bunch of...
Well, that too, another thing. You know.
They have a whole kit. They have a whole entire kit.
It's probably not the best quality that you can find, but, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, to me...
Yeah, Carla. No views, no vlog, no...
Yeah, I'm not subscribed to Jim. But for some reason, I got a notification saying on, Friday, he wasn't going to do his live. And she didn't do a live, did she? I don't know if anyone knows.
Sure. And what do you call it? Didn't he try to get to you on Facebook or whatever?
Oh my God, yes. He tried to friend me on Facebook, but he's done that to other people. But I just thought it was so odd because it wasn't on my Facebook page for YouTube. I have a YouTube, like, fan page. And
your personal.
But he went to my personal one, and I don't know how he found me because I don't say what my last name is. I don't say, you know, that's my personal one. That has like my grandchildren and stuff on it.
My personal one is my personal one, you know, and you know, it is what it is.
They just walk on you.
But as far as like, you know, there's professional things, and then there's the things that you do in your personal life.
Yeah. But it's just sitting there. I didn't do anything.
What did you do with FJ?
So.
Mr. Mans.
He's a good baby. He's such a good baby. So that's it. That was like, you know, just Jim. I'm going to go back to Jim now. So Jim kind of seemed a little bit desperate and almost like a panic attack, almost kind of like he was venting. But they use their platform for a counseling session. Like, this is counseling for us. We're going to talk about whatever we want, which you can do that. But both of them, it's more or less like a counseling session because they have nobody else to talk to. So, and the thing about the cats, Lisa's cats, they're a bonded pair, right? And I know I'm jumping subject to subject, but Lisa's cats are a bonded pair, and she's leaving the one cat behind to give to Jim's mom. that's going to be so traumatic for those cats because they're bonded. They've been together through a lot of stuff. And that's going to be really traumatic. And I feel really bad for those cats because, you know, no one's really taking good care of them, you know. I don't even think that one that had the blood and things even went to the vet. You know, it's such a sad situation, all of it, all the way around from the dog to the cat to his mom to Lisa staying there. I don't know why. And I thought she was going to help, but it seems like what Jim was saying, nobody's helping. He's now taking care of everybody. You know, it is really, it's a sad thing, and it's a lot on him. And plus, everybody knows his mind, how it works in mysterious ways. So he's probably in his head a lot and just thinking and thinking and thinking, and it just gets all on top of him. And that's why he vented. You know, it's really, really sad. Hello, everyone that just came in. I can't see Stefano's reading it.
Yes, it's nice to see you too, Christy.
Oh.
Let's see, it's a couple of...
Yeah. So...
The Magnificent Seven.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Spot on metal detecting.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Dylan. Hello.
Hi, Dylan. How are you? It's good to see you here. So, yes.
Honeysuckle Holla.
Uh-huh.
Hi. Hi.
So, that's it. If you guys really, if you want to talk about something, let me know, and I'll either answer it or bring it up. Yes, it's a baby. So,
Yeah,
this one is Sriracha.
Yeah, Debbie, he's my cuddle bug.
Yeah, that's Stefano's cat. This is Sriracha.
That's also my cat.
That's her cat.
That's FJ's, the brother and sister.
Brother and sister. And then the orange cat, if you see him again, we rescued his mom. Oh, his mom had 3 kittens, and they were outside. They were born outside. And we have a camera. So I saw that she gave birth to one, and she just left. After she was young, she didn't know what she was doing. She was scared. So then she gave birth to another one, left. I went out and got it. And then the third one, I wasn't going to check because I didn't see her anymore. And, oh, thank you. And yeah, and then she was there. Like, there was something, no. There was something there on the bottom of this box. So I looked at it, and holy cannoli, it was a kitten. And he was, like, basically almost frozen. I don't know how long he was out there.
Pam. Merry Christmas. I'm not. She lost her mom.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Aww.
Sorry, it took a long time to get to that. I had to read. I'm reading down, and then I come back up, and then I must have missed it in between. I apologize. My condolences to you and your family.
Yes, I think they should. You know, when you go to the SPCA, and you fill out a form, because we had to do it for Stormy. We had to fill out so much information. It wasn't even funny. It was like seriously adopting someone. What is that? Oh, that's not good. So, I'm just reading, guys. I'm just reading. Yeah, some of the Henson's videos are just, I can't watch them all. I really, tell you the truth, the only ones I really do watch are her medical updates, because that's what I talk about, the medical part of it. Because a lot of what she says is so untrue. And you know, I worked in hospitals. I worked in the ER. I worked on the ICU unit, step down unit, which was a heart monitoring unit. I also worked a cancer unit just for a couple days. Also, I worked with wound care nurse who was going to take me on, and I was going to do wound care, but I fell and hurt myself, and I broke my tailbone.
She broke her butt.
I broke my butt. I did,
her ass.
You know. So I busted my ass going to work. So yeah, and then
I go outside. It was New Year's Day or the day after New Year's.
January 1st.
There she is laying on the ground. In the snow next to her car.
I couldn't move.
Oh, well, actually, in the ice, and I'm like, what happened to you? And I picked her up. And then she goes, I got to go to the hospital. I says, yeah, you got to go to work. And she
I
said,
couldn't
no, I got to
move.
go to the hospital.
And the
I
way I
remember the
fell, like your tailbone, there's a little part in your tailbone that sticks down. It's like an arrow looking thing, right?
What do they call it, the caucus?
I don't know. But anyway, I broke it and it turned around. So now it's pointed like to my spine.
Yeah, instead of it.
Yeah. And she said, well, you might need surgery. And even if I had surgery, it wouldn't stop the pain. So I said, no, I'll just live with it. So, and now I'm old and it hurts a lot. So I don't know. Aw. Yeah, I think that's something that you really don't get over is a loss of a parent or a child or a grandmother, because my grandmother raised me, so I still have like a hard time accepting. And my grandmother had dementia and she died from that. So, and my grandma was 96 when she passed. I think she was 96. So she lived an amazing life, but the sad thing is I never asked her questions about her life, because she traveled to Germany and she went all over, and I just wish that I would have asked her more questions about who she was, how she did things. It's things that you don't think about when you're younger.
I have the same thing with my grandmothers both. What do you call it? Actually, my mother's mother I spent more time with than my father's mother, and then in the end I spent more time with my father's mother because she was living
She's
with
living
us.
there. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, the coccyx bone.
She had, I mean, both they had like recipes. I can't even. If I were to be able to actually, even make half the stuff the way my grandmother could cook,
Mm-hmm.
it's like unbelievable her food.
Her recipes.
Even after after she passed away, my father would even try to replicate some stuff. My father was a very good cook, but he can come close, but like we took for granted everything like that. Like you could literally take a rabbit, and throw it up on top of the counter, and then she would be like, next thing you know, it's done and it's dinner. You know what I mean? It's like you really didn't have to do anything. Like if I would say like I wanted some caponata, it'd be done.
Yeah.
If I wanted zeppoli, done. Orangina, done. So these are like it's like I can make this stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just that it never comes
like
Nona's,
hers. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, because it's made with so much love, and they never measure anything. They know what to put in and when to stop.
My grandmother was World War II type of grandmother.
Yeah.
So what she would do, and from Sicily too. So she, we're talking. They really had to, scrounge. They had to scrounge up stuff. Mm-hmm. So she could take an egg, right, and make 6 like meatballs out of it.
Yeah.
And you'll think that they're meatballs. You would swear they're meatballs.
Mm.
It's like that. That's that kind of stuff. So it's like you'll never get over that. No. And then my father was a wealth of information too.
Yeah.
But it was lucky
Hi,
that it was lucky that I had the time to spend with him and everything like this. But I still miss my dad.
Well, I don't know if all of you know, but for 2 years, Stefano, he moved down to Pennsylvania to be with his dad. So we didn't live together for 2 years. He came up every holiday he could, or every weekend that he could possibly get away. But he went down to take care of his dad.
I came up as much as possible,
Yeah. But I would never have said, no, you can't go down there. I'll be all by myself here. What am I going to do? I never said that, because that was time he had with his dad. And you never know when it was going to happen. He would be on his deathbed, and then 2 days later he'd be fine and he'd be checked out of the hospital. So we never really knew.
Yeah, 2020, we thought he was done.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you call it? He went into the hospital. They got the priest. They got they called us up. They said he's not coming home. Mm-hmm. Everything like this, and then literally 24 hours later, they're saying, "Oh, we're releasing him from the hospital." It's like, what? Mm-hmm. What do you mean you're releasing him? How is he released? They said he was on the wrong medication. Mm-hmm. They found out. They put him onto the right medication,
Yeah.
and he's miraculously better. And we were like, wow.
I mean, he was, when we say better, meaning he was out of the hospital.
Yeah, he was able to. He was stabilized.
Stabilized, yeah.
Stabilized.
But he was still like very low energy, couldn't really taste anything, slept a lot. But that's what I'm saying. He wasn't in, dying.
Not even that. He was alive.
Yeah,
And it was good enough to not be hospitalized.
Right, and that's more time that you get. He wasn't in pain.
And that actually
So
happened twice or three times.
Your mom called me that one time, and we were planning his funeral, and then he got out of the hospital the next day. The man recovered, and he had heart failure on top of cancer. And the heart failure is really what gave him the problems.
And that's what got him in the end.
It was this is Frankie. So somebody asked us how long we've been together.
Forever.
We'll be married, 16 years this year?
16 or 17, I don't know.
Well, we'll be together 18 years, I think.
I get it.
We've been together forever, so we don't even know. And somebody, Stefano is from New York. I'm from Philadelphia. And somebody asked how old I was, and I'm 56. Right? 56? Yeah. 56. I'm not 55. You're 54, right? You'll be 55, so I'm 56.
No, I'm 53.
You're 53.
I'll be 54 next week.
Come on, man. Catch up.
You're 55.
We have no idea how old I am.
She was born in 1967. I was born in 1969. How about that?
Yeah, right. So don't ask me how old I am. I have no idea how old I am. You know what? I barely remember how old my kids are, and I have to go back because my Sandra, my oldest, was born in 84. My middle was born in 86, and my youngest was born in 88.
A certain amount of time of the year, I think you have to be. You're 55 until June, then you'll be 56.
Yeah,
that's the way it works. Because I know there's like a 2 year, we're 2 year for half a year, and then, or for whatever, and then one year for a little bit.
Oh, Brenda, I'm sorry about your mom. Oh, yeah. I can't imagine. I seriously can't imagine. Like the closest relative I have in my life to me, and I'm very lucky because my grandmother, she raised me basically. So that was the closest person in my life that had passed away. So like my grandmother on my mom, on my dad's side, I didn't know them. I didn't know my father's side. So when they passed, I had no clue that they passed, but it didn't affect me the way when my grandmother passed. I think that's when my depression started, when she passed. And I didn't get out of it, and still not out of it. I just can't, cradle robber. You better believe it. He was, we worked together. That's how we met each other. We worked together at the same place. He was on the tech side and I was on customer service side. So I remember him coming through the doors because they had to take a tour, everybody has to take a tour where you work. And so he came through the door and all the girls are like, oh my God, did you see that guy? The blue eyes. So I stand up to look, who's coming through the door. So I stand up to look and one of the girls pulled my chair out from under me. So I made a big scene and I fell down. I fell on my butt. So, but yeah. Aww. So Diane, is she getting the a prescription vitamin D? Because Stefano had he had to get this really strong one, right?
It was crazy. It was
so many,
60,000 IUs or whatever. BTUs. IUs, not BTUs.
Oh wow. What are you And do you want something? What do you want? That? Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah. My mom has thyroid too, Mary. Every time I go to the doctors, they check me for my thyroid, and it's never my thyroid. So
My grandmother, she always said that she had the thyroid, but that never checked out either. But she had all the symptoms though. She skinny weight and
yeah,
everything.
losing
She
rapid.
lost everything. I think my mother.
So was
my
her?
mother must have a.
My mom has
something.
a slow thyroid, so she has to take medication and
Because
stuff.
my mother's like 70 pounds.
Mm. Well, yeah, your mom is really, but she lost a lot of weight after your dad.
Yeah. Well, she says she can. She says she's been eating like crazy.
Mm.
She says she loves it because she's eating like crazy and she can't gain weight.
Yeah.
So.
I know. It just takes so much out of you when you
Now
see
she'll
a
probably
lump.
actually she's gonna be a lot happier where she's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's currently with my sister Helen in Texas. So what do you call it? Texas is nice and warm. You know, you got good eats over there.
Yeah.
My sister Helen's actually a good cook.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why she shouldn't be able to bulk her up a little bit.
Yeah, Mary. My mom was like that. My mom, her thyroid, is that called hyperthyroidism?
I think so.
And she's on medication for it. And then one time my mom just decided to stop taking it, and all kinds of things went wrong. Oh, this is Lux. This is our special kitty. Stefano is holding FJ, and he has Sriracha over there sleeping.
They're all special kitties.
We have Frankie, who
He's got
is.
the special part. Did you show him the special part?
I did before. You can't show him. He's purring a lot now. So I don't know. They are all. Every one of our cats is different. They have their own unique personality, and the dogs too. The dogs are just crazy. So yeah. So any more thoughts, babe, on Jim?
Not really. I mean, what do you call it? I guess not really.
That made me laugh.
Actually, it would be more on. I think Jerry Ann should back off of Jim.
Yeah.
Probably would be the better thing.
What do you think about the credit card thing?
Oh, the credit card thing. Now that's serious
stuff. Let's talk about Jim not knowing about the credit cards. That's almost criminal.
Yeah, that is criminal. That would piss me off. Mm-hmm. Especially since you really don't know. Like when you're budgeting, mm-hmm. If you're handling the money and you're budgeting, mm-hmm. right? Which if you're in a relationship, whatever your relationship is, or anything like that.
Just people in general, you have to budget.
The best way to do is have one person handle the money. Mm-hmm. No, don't try to dual manage it. I mean, you could tell people about it. Like I tell her what my finances are. She has passwords to the account. She can look into the accounts and see how much money we have, and all of this stuff. It's not that. But what do you call it? When it comes to spending money, you have to say, okay, well, is this in the budget? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, just that alone could get you into an argument. Mm-hmm. Never mind if she were to go and open up a credit card in my name and just start spending. That would be a disrespect.
Right.
So.
Pamela. So what we're talking about with the credit cards is when Jim did his rant video, so-called rant, he said that like his whole issue with her is the debt that they're always in. And he said that she took out credit cards using his name. Yeah, credit cards. His name and his social, and she didn't tell him. Just like this van that they have, he found out that it's not in both of their names. It's only in her name. So...
Yeah, the Caravan or whatever.
Or whatever they have, whatever van.
Dodge Caravan or whatever.
Yeah, Jerry, I think what happens is, I don't know, is Jerry Ann is depressed sort of. And like the only joy she gets out of life is either eating or spending money. That's it. I for a while had a problem, and I stopped that nonsense because we have no room in this tiny house, and so we do have to watch what we buy. because we have no place to put it. So all the Dollar Tree stuff, I think so, Diane. I think it's illegal for somebody to
It
take a
should be.
credit card out, even if you're married.
You know, that's still your personal information. That's still your social security. That's still your thing. Now it's different if I'm like, babe, fill out an application for the thing and everything like this, and I give give that, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, I can't just like go, hey, Pamslife, here we go. I'm gonna just rack up the credit cards. That would just be a wrong thing to do, and especially, you got to think about it. That she's doing this to her partner, her husband.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is
And
someone.
he's the one in
You,
debt.
you know what I'm saying? To her husband.
Yeah.
She's doing this too. So just imagine what she could do to you. You know, that's it's horrible. You know, another thing too. If you listen to this guy, he was saying so much about his van life thing that he wants to get into.
He wants to do that.
He wants to do that so bad. I can understand this.
And he even said in his video, I feel like getting in the van and going away for a couple days.
And you should. Jim, if you watch this, you should get in a van. You should go live your van life for a month, whatever.
If you want
just
yeah,
go.
like go.
You know,
Enjoy
whatever.
life.
Let her hang out at the house and do whatever stuff. But I know, and realistically, I know you can't do it because you got to take care of your mother, and there's no one there to help you. So,
yeah,
you know, it makes me mad. You
yeah,
know, it really does. It's like after watching that video, I really,
right. The love
you know,
of our life.
I can't say that I hated or liked and I still won't say it, you know, but you could tell by the animosity in my voice and everything like this that, you know, I think she's doing him wrong.
Yeah. Well, you know, the whole giveaway for me is when she got online and did her video and she said, why do people believe him and not me? That just killed me. Yeah. Right. Budgeting isn't how much you can spend. Budgeting is how much you can save, you know, and that is true. He has accounts that I don't know anything about, and I don't need to know these things because it's called emergency money. You know, you have it put away for a reason. And, you know, everybody right now, we're all in the same boat together, all of us. Even my son's in the same boat, my daughter's in the same boat. Money is tight right now, and you have to do what you have to do. And spending is the last thing I want to be doing. You know, I did get 2 brand new shirts. They were on clearance for $3 each at Walmart. And my clothes, except for some of my t-shirts like this, I get them from Amazon. But my clothes generally do come from Walmart. And I'm not afraid to say that.
I have a philosophy on stuff like that as well. It's just like like I wear orange shirts at work. So I'll have sweatshirts and shirts and everything like this that I wear at work.
Yeah.
So if I find if a shirt okay at Walmart $12 I think it is for a sweatshirt, right? And I got, you know, they were $6, $6.99 on sale, $6,
Yeah.
$6 on sale.
Yeah.
Right? So I bought 4 of them.
Yeah.
Right? That's equivalent to buying 2 shirts. And this is how I rationalize things. And everything we buy on sale.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, you know, but the thing is that I say, okay, well, I look at it as buy one, get one free. And I bought that twice.
Yeah.
So I got a really good deal.
Yeah, because at work he has to wear bright orange. And then I found his bright orange shirts at the Dollar Tree of all places. So
and that's where I got them.
We bought like 10 of them because he works with grease and oil and it just gets all over him. And sometimes I can't get that stuff out. So there goes that t-shirt.
So if we take it and throw it in the garbage, it's like not a big deal.
Yeah. And like his workplace, you have to be clean and tidy where he works. You have to be clean and tidy. You know. Oh, Goodwill. Goodwill's my second, but I haven't been there in a super long time.
Well,
actually, I have to give to the Goodwill.
When we lived in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
Actually, the Goodwill over there, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, was
he got Carhartt. He got Carhartt work pants what,
But they were
7
brand new.
pairs? 7 pairs
7
of them.
pairs.
With the tags on them.
They were like, what, $10 or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, man.
And
you have to.
I'm looking at this. I'm like, I can't believe, it was my size.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it's my size, Carhartts, brand new,
Uh-huh.
and they were. I guess there was like 4 of them had tags on them,
Yeah.
and then there was 2 that didn't have tags on them.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you call it? Or something like 3 that didn't have tags
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
And but they were brand spanking new. The whole entire bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
They were all the same size. So they probably came all from the same thing.
I mean, and from the
And I
budget.
couldn't believe it. And so it was like buying 2 pairs of pants at its regular cost and getting them all. So it was, awesome. Awesome deal.
Right now, it's okay. Right now at Walmart, just to let you all know, it's the best time to buy because they're in between seasons right now. Everything. I'm not kidding you. Everything. All the winter stuff is now on sale. They had a $5 rack, a $3 rack, $10 rack, and I think that was it. But I'm not kidding. They were filled, and not only in the racks were they filled, but if you go and you look on, certain other racks, they had tags on there that they didn't put on the clearance. You had to look for them. So, oh yeah, your jacket. I love that jacket. All the coats that I got right now, and I have too many.
They were $12.
The $5.
Oh, $5.
$5 at Walmart. So I got one in each color. I don't need them, but let me tell you, they're so hot. I was sweating in mine. It was so hot. But I love that pink on you, Diane. It is so pretty. I really love it. So yeah, but there's a lot of stuff. I think all of us have so much in common that it's easy to talk to you guys because we all have things in common. So when we have so much in common and we see what Jerry Ann is doing, I think that's why we all agree on things, that would you do that to your husband? Would you talk about your mother-in-law the way she's talking about? I would be I'm sorry, but I would be so embarrassed if he came on and he vented about me. I would be hurt and embarrassed. But the two of them talk smack about each other. I can't do that.
It's, even
Oh, Brenda, yes, you are from PA.
Even if we do, because we never argue.
Yeah, we do argue. Well, what are you talking about? I don't even know how old you are, so we argue about that.
So obviously we do argue about things and everything like this.
Everybody does.
You can't. There's things. Actually, you know what? We don't even argue really. What we do is we'll raise our voice at each other for a second, and then it's kind of over because we're like, this is not even worth it to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically. It's, we'll say the same thing and it's just misunderstanding how we're saying it to each other at this point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, did you hear me?
Oh, the other day
I said, you got to drink that cup of coffee.
The other day we were out. Where were we out? Oh, we were standing in line. And he said something. I said something to him and he goes, "What?" And the lady in front of us turned around. I was laughing because she probably thought that he was yelling at me. But,
That's another thing. For right now, this ear is clogged and I have to use the ear Owen and stuff like that.
I'm sorry. That's called selective hearing. He only hears what he wants to. Oh, we have a lot of stores.
I do have selective hearing.
He does. We have a lot of stores up here that are closing right now. We had Bed Bath & Beyond is closing. We had a GNC close. I don't know who that is. So, this is yours. I'm reading his iPad and somebody messaged him. I'm like, I don't know who that is. So,
Freddie.
Oh my gosh. Who posted a fundraiser, Diane? Freddie. Yeah, that's true, Tracy. I mean, I could not do that. If he talked about me like that, because there's so much right now he could say because of my illnesses, they're really, really bad right now. Like I've been using this that the doctor prescribed. It's that like gel for pain. I can't even in the mornings. I can't lift my shoulders. I cannot do it. My hands are so swollen. I can't. It's just been torture right now. My legs, my knees, my feet, and the doctor told me I have neuropathy in my feet and in my hands. So it's just been a struggle for me right now because for 2 years I did absolutely nothing. They did nothing for my Sjogren's or my fibromyalgia. They didn't treat me at all. So Jerry fundraiser has gotten zero. What is she doing a fundraiser for? Like I don't. Oh, kidney cancer.
See, that's the biggest problem. You know, it's like,
Is she going to get the money and then like not give it to some like you? I don't know. That's kind of fraudy to me. Like,
you know, she used to follow, you know, a couple of people on Instagram, and I'm not going to mention any names or anything like this, but there was, you know, this couple that was on there, and they would talk about all the disasters and all of this and all these things that are happening and everything like that, and then, you know, people are sending them money, and everything like this, and all you know, they got to get operations and all kinds of crazy stuff like this.
Yeah.
Meantime, then they buy a new car. Here's a new kitchen,
and they went to
and
Disney.
they went on vacation.
They went to Disney.
Okay,
And
it's like,
nothing
okay,
about no
if
surgery.
you need money, you know,
Yeah.
if you need for a specific thing, like if I say I need money for an operation, I would not duke my people.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which I would never ask you anyway, because that's what my health insurance is for.
Right. One time,
You know, but,
I have to say, one time we had 2 cats that we found, and they were
Yes.
deathly sick. And we did do a GoFundMe. They did pass away, unfortunately, even with medication and everything. They did pass away. And so I asked people if they wanted their money back because it was just sitting there in the thing. And so they said no. So what wound up happening, I'm sorry, you guys are shaking, dogs are chasing cats. What wound up happening is we wound up getting a cat tree, and we got 1 kennel so that if the cats got sick, we could separate them from the other cats. Because
Yeah, and put them in the kennel.
cats, once they get something, they all will get it. And so, but I asked first, and people said no, spend it on your cats. I mean, it wasn't a lot of donations. I think it was $40. We didn't get a lot of money. So, and it's not the point of that. Like, her.
And it was because somebody asked us.
Yeah.
If
to
it was
start
it.
to go.
And if you're going to collect any money for a specific reason, make sure you could back that up with receipts.
Right.
And that's the bottom line. It's like, you know, I wouldn't like I said, I really don't like to take
Bye,
anybody's
Pamela.
money.
Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we ought to start a Tell the Truth campaign. Yeah, I'm sorry. She, you know why nobody's donating? Just like what Diane said, they're all finally catching on. They're finally catching on that this woman is just really out for the money. What a coincidence to start a cancer fundraiser right before you're going on a cruise.
That you supposedly have to come up with X amount of dollars.
It got paid. It
got paid? Oh, wow.
Her last thing, all those $400 fees got paid. You know, so I mean, it's just beyond words. You know, I don't know. Kidney cancer is supposed to handle. Oh, sorry, I'm reading. So, did she do a GoFundMe fundraiser, or is it just Cancer Society? I'll have to check. Well, Jim doesn't want to go on this cruise. He really doesn't want to.
Yeah, he basically said he would stay at
Oh
home.
no. What do you mean? Things, Marianne, what do you mean like things? I don't follow her on Instagram, so I didn't see that. So did she mean like her health isn't going well? or things in her home isn't going well. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, her scooter, that killed me too. You know, she can't leave that scooter out there in the hall, you know? So that's why she wants Jim. She wants Jim to be able to do everything for her. Like,
didn't he say something about, you know, she doesn't even need that
no,
thing?
no, no, not that. This scooter. No, this scooter is for her trip on the cruise. But he did say that she doesn't use this wheelchair anymore that sits in the back seat. As you guys see, it always in the back seat. He wants her to give it back so that they don't have to pay the rental fee, which Budget Queen should already know to do that. If you're not using it, give it back.
Yeah.
You know, she's the budgeting expert.
It makes no sense to pay for something that you don't use. And it's always feasible to cut costs wherever you can.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's it, right? Feasible.
Yeah. Well,
I have my own language.
Like, and I understand them. So sometimes he doesn't
I
even
need
say
to translate
words.
every once in a while.
Sometimes he doesn't say words. He makes noises, and I know what it is.
Make a
Oh,
voice.
there's Donnie. That's Donnie. That's the kitten that was frozen.
Frozen.
Yep. Yeah.
And she brought him back to life.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what do you call it? The other two she brought back. Actually, she had 4.
Yeah, there was 4
She had
kittens,
4.
but
One passed right away.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 passed like probably about a day or 2 or 3 later, and everything like that. That's hard. I hate when they have kittens.
Yeah.
Because what do you call it? They just, it's like a mass exodus.
Mm-hmm.
They all pass. It's horrible.
Well, when they're born outside, what are you doing? When they're born outside, a lot of these poor kittens have parasites, fleas, ticks, because they're out in the neighborhood, you know. I personally think that Jim should not go on a cruise that he doesn't want to go on. Like, he does not want to go on this cruise, and he said that he told her that up front. But you know why she wants him on the cruise? Because her sisters are going to be in their own cabins, and she needs somebody to help her to the bathroom, or to break down her scooter, or to get up and get her food, or whatever.
Yeah, he's going to go on vacation just to
work.
It's
not going to be a vacation. It's not going to be a vacation. And I loved how she said in one of her videos, I don't know which one it was, that if she was gifted this vacation, this cruise by her sisters, and they're going somewhere, the Bahamas. I think they're going to the Bahamas, if I'm not mistaken. And she said, it doesn't matter the destination. It's the cruise. Well, I mean, I would want to, like, I guess Jim's not thrilled about going to the Bahamas. So, yeah, he is, Diane. He's going to do everything for her. He's going to be like the bellboy of the cruise. I mean, is he going to have to help her sisters too, or what's going to happen?
You should. I mean, and I don't know if you got cancer. Yeah. I don't understand how you have stage 4 cancer and go on cruises and all over, drive across the United States or whatever. Her last endeavor.
Yeah.
You know, these are things I just don't understand. It doesn't
Stage
make sense
4, guys. Stage 4.
My father didn't want to drive 7 miles to the doctor. Never mind across. If you asked him, you know, he didn't even want to go on a plane.
Yeah.
My father, no. He wouldn't even go onto a plane. He was like, I just want to sit in my chair, and that's it. That's it, and that's all he did was he sat in his chair.
Do you think they need? Do they need passports for the Bahamas?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. We're not. I've never gone on a cruise. I don't know. The heat. That's what I'm saying. I think in the it's different in the Bahamas. It's like summer right now, right?
I think the Bahamas is what do you call it? United States. I'm not sure.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm going to find out. Right now.
Somebody said that they needed passports for theirs, and
is it British?
The Bahamas?
Yeah,
it might be under British. I'm not sure though.
Because I know
Or
there's
if you're not
there's
going to leave
certain-
the cruise ship, I don't think you need a passport if, you're not
yes,
going to
if
leave.
you don't
right?
Lucy,
Lucy.
you're still in international waters, even if you're
Oh, okay. No passport is needed to the Bahamas. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Uh-huh. You know, and that's right. With her, Tracy, you're right. With her stage 4 cancer, she should not be out and about at all these different places. Going to the Bahamas, what diseases could she pick up? You know, Lucy. I don't know why my dog does that. She digs on the floor to lay down.
You could pick up all kinds of parasites. And
Jim,
everything.
yeah, Jim's going. He doesn't want to go. If you watched his last live where he said he wasn't removing it, so it should still be on.
Yeah, he said something about what he'd rather just sit in that room in peace and quiet and not do anything, you know, and than be on that cruise. So he was kind of dreading it.
I wonder if they're going to get insurance on each other. Can you imagine somebody going overboard?
I don't know.
That's sad.
Well,
But
if something happens to Jim, you know what happened.
Maybe. I'm not sure, Mary. I'm not, like, I've never really gone out of the country. Have you? Yeah, you went out of the country. You went.
You need
even Canada, we need to have a passport.
Even Canada, you need a passport. Actually, if you go to Canada, or you go to one of the connecting countries like Canada or Mexico, you can they have a card. It's a card that you would get as a passport, because you don't. I don't think you have to have a stamped date. They have it all. It's just like a driver's license. But what do you call it? And that you were vetted, and it's only because it's actually physically connected to the United States. But if you have to fly over water, then you need a passport. There's a different kind of passport, and the difference is much.
Well, for a while there, because I worked at Hilton Reservations, and there's Niagara Falls on the Canadian side and on our side. So if you were going to go to the falls, for some reason, at the time, you didn't need a passport until after 9/11.
Right.
After 9/11, it was a whole new thing. They changed the guidelines that you needed to have a passport just to go to Canada, like just to go over.
It used to be you, as long as you had your birth certificate on.
Yeah, somebody else said that in the chat that birth certificate.
Because when I've been to Canada a couple of times.
I was thinking of Diana. She would toss him right overboard. Oh my! And the dog. Okay, let's talk about the dog. I'm sorry to change subjects constantly, but I'm talking about Jim's video when he was saying she got that dog for him, even though he told her it wasn't a good time to get a dog. So he knew it wasn't no damn surprise that he got a dog. It was he didn't walk in and there's a dog like he was saying. They had already talked about the dog, and he said it was not a good time to get a dog. One, with everybody being sick. Two, with them going on this trip soon, it was not a good time. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. It was not, the time to do that. And now she wants the dog to be her, what's that called, hon? Her emotional support dog, which you don't need. You pay like a couple $100 online, and some vet signs the paper and they give you a license. I could do that for my dogs too. But so he's like, well, whose dog is this? Is this my dog or is this her dog? He's like, I feel like I'm just here to clean up all the messes that the dog makes, and that's it. So I felt bad for that part too. I know he's licking me. Yeah, I do too, Tracy. I feel really bad for that dog. I really do. Oh my goodness. He said he walks the dog. He said he's the one, but I think Jerry Ann did say something about taking the dog out. And did she fall or something? I'm sorry, I didn't watch the whole video because there's just some parts of that I can't watch, like her late night chats. I just can't with the late night chats because they're always so BS to me. Yeah, I'm telling you all, when Diane did the live of showing her with the responding to the hate or whatever that one was, that was the true Jerry Ann. That's how she is every day. That was not an act. That's how she is. When she comes on and does that stupid smile, that's fake. She's faking caring. She's faking empathy. She's faking all her feelings, because I truly believe, this is my opinion, I truly believe that she has none. She has none. She uses everybody around her for her own benefit and nothing else. And she will become friends with people that could help her with her channel. That was a fight. See, I told you guys we have a fight. You better make sure, Donnie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you better.
Here. I'm sorry.
He has to check on cats. So
I gotta do it. I gotta do a round. Do my rounds. And I was Maximus.
oh, was it? Huh. Yeah, Lux, he's a sweetie. He is. He's a good boy. I don't know. I'm not sure. Like like, do you guys watch her videos? I can't watch them much because I get so aggravated, and I know it shouldn't bother me emotionally, but it's the aggravation I feel that she's putting out there, like, on the victim. Like, when she did her cancer video, and when he did his video, you know, he said, like, what he was doing his video, and she was texting him. Who texts her husband that's in the next room? Like, he got no peace. Okay, Spot On, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll do more lives. Yeah, Tracy, I know. A lot of people can't watch them. Mary, you only watch the short ones? Yeah. Yeah, Debbie, I watch Jim's just to see what he's saying, because he's actually finally now starting to tell the truth about things. And I was so hoping that he would reach out to Diane and they would do that thing, even if, like, nobody was in the chat, they would just be live. I was really hoping that they would do that, but they didn't. So, that's right, Diane. They were going to set things straight. To straighten up everything that Jim had said, because she was going to make him change his mind somehow. So, hey, Jacqueline. You know, it's a hot mess over there, and that's why people talk about it, because she puts it out there, and everybody has their own opinion, and you have the right to come on and say your opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you do. You really have. Everybody has an opinion. You watch the news and you're like, oh wow, I wonder how that happened. You know, this is what why people do these videos, these response videos and these reaction videos. It's because people are talking about it. You know, when tragedies happen, look at all the channels that come on and do response videos.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when
Yeah,
those 4 students were killed in that college, right now, when that one little boy was found in the what's that, garbage pit or whatever they call that, or the trash man.
Any kind of news that, like, you have the trains going off the tracks with the chemicals over in Ohio, egg factories blowing up in Connecticut.
No, they don't talk about that much, but reviewers do.
The reviewers.
Yeah, they do. But
there's always gonna, as long as, believe it or not, tragedy sells on the internet. People want to know.
Drama.
They want to see in drama.
Drama does.
And it is what it is.
And my only goal really is not to make fun of them or anything. My goal is to get her removed, actually. I mean, I would hate somebody to lose their income, but when she's down and out lying to people, in my opinion, lying to people about what she has and getting money for that, you know.
That's a fraud.
It's fraud.
It really fraud. Or stop the fraud. Finish the fraud.
You know, I I have over 10,000 subscribers. I'm not a big channel by any means. I don't get that many views. But I don't have the thank you button, which I'm entitled to. I also don't do the stories, because you do daily stories. You can get paid for that also. There's all kinds. I don't have the member only, which I just got a notification that I'm allowed to have, where you would pay somebody monthly and they would, you would do videos and you would get paid for it. So, you know what I mean?
And it's not that we haven't thought about it either.
Yeah.
You have to think, even if you did something like that, you would have to do something special.
Yes, indeed. That cat, this one, total baby. Total baby of his. Oh, Lux was looking into the screen. This is like delayed by a couple seconds. So this one's delayed to what I'm saying.
So that's part of, this is what we could see what you guys are seeing and where you're pretty much at. No.
The hospice care, Diane and everybody, the hospice video that she made me so angry, because my grandmother, she suffered, and she was finally put into hospice where she stopped eating, and all they were giving my grandmother was morphine, because her body had like shut down, and she lasted, I don't know what, 5 days with no food, just IV and morphine, and it was hell. So when you come on and you tell people that you're in hospice, what do we all think about hospice? It's the end of life healthcare. It really
And
is.
meaning end of life. That's my
Patreon.
my father was going into hospice.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't make it into hospice.
Right. The day he passed away, he was actually scheduled the next morning to go to hospice for end of life care. And so mom was planning that, and she left, and Mary left, his sister Mary left, and dad waited for them to leave, and he passed. And so when she got into the door, like they were only home like 15 minutes or something, she said.
Somebody like that.
And they got the phone call. So dad waited for her to go. Like he didn't want her to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't want her to even see him in hospice.
Yeah.
He didn't want that. So that's why I get so upset with this woman, because she lies to people. And then when you tell her, you leave a message or comment, she erases it. She takes it right off, So.
Yeah, calling her out.
Yeah. And she doesn't like that.
Now, if you're getting, having a nurse come to your house is not hospice.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
Oh, Julie, the hospice nurse. Yes, I'm subscribed to her. I love her. She's the best. She's the sweetest person.
So understanding that,
Right.
That's a terrible job, I think. But honestly, that's.
And Diane, isn't it terrible, like, to see them on the morphine drip, because they're talking, but they're not talking to you. They're talking to other things or other people. Or my grandmother was extremely close to my Uncle Doug, and he had passed away years and years ago. And that's Tiggs. And they were close. They were so close. So she was talking to Uncle Doug, like the whole time. She was talking to him. And, sometimes they say they can see people that have passed before them, and that's who they're talking to. So that's what I am, like, thinking in my mind, that Uncle Doug was waiting for her. And that's it. And then after Stefano's father passed away, 2 days or the next day, or Kitty died.
No, that day.
Oh, the day Dad died, we lost our cat. And we always say to ourselves.
So what do you call it? It was the next day I buried it. What do you call it? Was that Daphne?
Yeah, Daphne. I was fostering her too, and she got deathly sick, and they did nothing. So Daphne left. So what we always say in our minds is, he loved cats. He loved them.
He took
Daphne with him. So
she was born with one eye. Her one eye was closed.
Mm-hmm.
We have she can post the pictures and stuff like this so you can see.
Tammy. Yeah. Yeah, hospice. I only worked hospice one time, and it was a part of the nursing care facility. But my mother worked hospice as a nurse, as a traveling nurse. So she went to the homes of the people that chose not to go to hospice, but they were in hospice in their own home. So that was sad. That's I don't know how she did that, but that's hard. Mhm. Mm. I don't know. A lot of people are agreeing that people reach out for someone, or, you know, and I think that Julie explains the end of life and how that is, and she explains it to people. So they do things like that, you know. I had a patient pass away on the regular floor, remember?
Mm-hmm.
The regular floor. Like, it was just basic. He was only in there for an operation. It was just like a recovery, and he passed away. And like his nurse didn't even know. She didn't even know. His brother went in, and he's like, and they were right in front of the desk, the nurse's desk, and he went to the nurse's desk. He says, "I think somebody better go into my brother." And here he passed away. He was literally cold to the touch. So I was so glad that day wasn't my floor because, that's a sad thing for nurses not to notice. And I was so glad to lose that job. These nurses were terrible. They were. Aw, isn't that sad, guys? We all, like I said, we all have so much in common. So, that we could all talk about things for hours and hours, because a lot of us have gone through the same exact things, either from when we were younger, when we first got married, when we're married a long time, when we break up, when we have children, raise children. I mean, a lot of things we all have in common. And that's why we find it so unbelievable what Jerry Ann's doing.
Good times, bad times.
Yeah.
Good jobs, bad jobs.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. Aw. It is really sad. It's really sad to see somebody doing that to, like, she's working on emotions of people. And like I said, we all have been through those things. So Jerry Ann's working on our emotions and trying to get us
That
to do
was
that.
the thing. I'll say it again because I've said this in a video before, but maybe nobody really watched this. Is that, one day I came in, right, and then she's like, "Oh my God," and then she just breaks out crying. I'm like, "What's going on?" She goes, "Jerry Ann's got cancer, stage 4 cancer. She's gonna die."
Yeah. And she looked like she was.
And what do you call it? And she was truly upset.
Yeah.
And crying.
I felt
My
bad.
wife was crying.
I felt extremely bad for her.
And then as time had gone on, right, because now she's like, "I'm going to take you on this journey," and everything like this. And then this one here is just like all of you, like she's saying, she went and goes, "Okay, well, at least I'll be able to support her by watching her on her channel."
Yeah.
Right? Then nothing started to add up.
No.
Then you started seeing things that were not right. She's not going to her appointments. She's not taking any medicines. She's saying, flipping the bird to, "I'm going to chemotherapy," or trying to find some other kind of way to stay alive.
Thank you, Diane.
Right? So when you think about it this way, I had to watch my wife cry.
Right, Cindy.
Right now, I know she was upset. So
because it was somebody I knew, and I knew had already, because of her previous things, had already had so much pain from fibromyalgia, all kinds of stuff. And I know what it's like to have fibro. I know what it's like to have Sjogren's, and I know the pain I'm in. And it's hard. It's hard to see somebody say, "Oh my God, I have stage 4 cancer." But the way she said it, though, should have just given it away, with the smile on her face and stuff. So, I should have known.
We went back then and watched, little bits that either with Diane or
I
Jacqueline.
bumped into Diane's channel by accident, and she had already been doing the videos for a while. And then I was like, you know what? That is right. Everything she's saying is right, and nothing makes sense. So I had him watch, and I was like, you know what? I know her. And so I said what I wanted to say, but I kept to the medical because she was always talking medical BS. And so I would look it up, I would go to the website, I put the website up in my video so everybody could see what I was talking about. And then, oh, she was never diagnosed with fibro. Well, I am. Which is hard to be diagnosed with that. It really
Yeah,
is.
they have to
It
go
is.
through all the pressure
Mhm.
points in you and everything
Mhm.
like this, and
Mhm.
there's that's the only thing that really sucks about that one is that there's no blood test that proves it to you, right? It's all like they'll touch
Yeah,
in
it's
a
pressure
specific
points.
place, and you'll see stars and
But there
everything.
is a
So
blood test that they are coming up with that they've been testing
that will
that
be
will show you the markers of fibro, because they still don't know everything about fibromyalgia. So,
because it's in the nervous system.
yeah.
It's kind of like it's hard to prove back pain,
Yeah.
because it's in your nerve system, and
Mm-hmm.
if
Yeah,
you're
Tyler,
feeling,
no
because
mention.
basically if you're feeling any pain,
Mm-hmm.
right, your nervous system is actually working.
Mm-hmm.
But fibromyalgia,
Mm-hmm.
you're actually overexciting that it's something wrong inside that it's
It's
always,
fighting, your fibro is fighting it, the good cells, the bad, it's fighting itself. And right now, since I have Sjogren's
which is
and
another
fibro, they're
autoimmune.
fighting each other. So I'm in a lot of dang pain. A lot of pain. And somebody had asked me how I get through my pain without pain medication, because Maine here is very strict on any opioids. And I was getting Tramadol, which was a fight to get that, but I stopped taking it. It stopped working. So right now, I think I'm on, what's it called?
Hydrochloroquine.
Yeah, yeah, I'm on that. I take a leave. I have my gel, and I have the Loxetine for my depression, but it also helps with pain. And then I have to take a pill at night, just
That's Cymbalta.
Cymbalta, yeah. And but I have to take a pill at night to help me sleep, because I never sleep. And if you don't get any sleep, you just are automatically flared constantly with this joint pain and head pain, and I get migraines. My neck's, sometimes I can't move my neck. It's a mess. And not only that, it affects your kidneys, your liver. I'm always getting these weird liver tests. So like my liver enzymes are high. So I have to keep an eye on that too. But yeah, they haven't talked about their spell jars in a while. He was actually going to Jim was going to do some spell jars and teach people.
Actually, if you looked in his video, right, it looked like all that stuff was gone again.
It is, Miss H. It's a living. Do you know what one of my doctors say? I'm not going to, I'm not kidding. This is why I stopped seeing him. He said to me that fibro is a nuisance pain. Yeah, it's a nuisance because you can't do anything. You get so many flares. And we went on keto, and I was still getting my flares. So I was getting, I have to admit, they were less often, but I was still getting them. And I'm thinking that it might have been dairy that's giving me the flares.
Well,
So
there could be anything too.
it could be. It could be. But right now it's the weather. Like today it snowed a little bit. So I'm reading. Yeah, Sheila, how are you feeling? Because the hydrochloroquine is new for me. I'm only taking it now a month. Is it a month? Yeah, a month
like
now. I'm not feeling any difference, but I'm not feeling
That's supposed to take away the inflammation. You should be feeling better.
But I'm not. I'm having so many flares. It's
Well,
the
then,
weather.
Well, maybe then
It's the weather, though.
Well, then maybe it's not working as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
See, she tried this. She tried this medication before, and she got these very serious rashes on her feet.
Oh God, I got so many rashes. It wasn't funny.
But now it seems, we said we figured maybe it was interacting bad with something else as well. So we figure, okay, well, better to try something than nothing.
Mm,
And what do you call it? Methotrexate, that actually worked.
yeah, that did.
But she couldn't ingest it, so she had to take
The shot.
the shot.
Hmm.
The reason why she couldn't, something about when she would
Mm.
regurgitate.
Okay. What do you mean?
Were you throwing that up?
My mouth was all
Oh,
infected.
the mouth with the
I got
infection.
sores all in my mouth.
So, but when she took the injection, she was feeling great. Everything was actually pretty good. But the problem is that she got the wrong needles.
Mrs. H, Miss H, I have my email address. It's just pamslife@comcast.net. I will put it down below in the description box, and you can, yeah, send me that stuff. Thank you. Mm-hmm. See, prednisone, okay. Prednisone, I was on. And prednisone 1 blows me up, of course, you know. And it made me cry. Like, I was literally, I could watch a dog walking across the street, and for some reason I'd be like, oh my God, it's gonna hit my car. And I'd be crying. So it made me kind of weird in my head. So I had to stop taking it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Diane, her performance, I swear, I'm going to do a video in bed and just like, it was, tell me it was not aggravating watching her sideways, her breasts be hanging out, her face all like, you know, her face all, everything goes to the side. And she was fine with that. She was fine with people seeing her that way. I just, it's so aggravating, you know. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments because everybody's talking. Prednisone almost killed my emotions. I was overly emotional. But thank goodness it wasn't anger because it was just sadness. But, you know. Oh no. Is Cymbalta, Judy, is Cymbalta actually hard to get off of? I've heard different things about it. So, do it, yeah. You know.
He's dreaming.
Is he? No one can see him. They only see him holding.
Yeah, look at his face. Twitchy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she does pick at her wounds a lot. And her mouth sores. I'm wondering, are they still there? Because the other day I was watching a video of hers and she was talking and I was like, does she have a tongue ring in? Because it looked like something was in her mouth and I was trying to see, but she keeps her mouth pretty closed when she talks. So 4 weeks, how are you feeling? How are you feeling, Judy, not being on it? And were you taking the Cymbalta for pain, if you don't mind me asking? Her singing? Oh, please. Her ending is what I turn her off as soon as she starts to say, if nobody's told you lately that you're loved. No. Mm-mm. Yeah. I don't know, everyone. I don't know. Yeah, prednisone. Oh, see, I did hear that. I heard that people can get in rages with that prednisone. But I was opposite, which I'm glad didn't help.
I think.
Yeah, see, Tramadol. Okay, this is what I took. Oh, I'm sorry. Tramadol with acetaminophen in it. That's what I was taking. So it had some acetaminophen in it. It wasn't just straight up Tylenol. I mean, Tramadol. Because straight up Tramadol, that would help a lot. But the one that was split with the Tramadol and the acetaminophen, that helped me so much. It really did. So if you're having trouble with that, maybe you can ask about that.
The only problem with that is that they give you a lower dosage
of Tramadol.
Instead of it being 75 milligrams or whatever it is, I think it was 50.
Mm-hmm.
Because they'll give
Brenda,
you,
really?
and they give you more of the, I think it's 250 or 350 milligrams of acetaminophen. So,
I'm sorry to say to anybody, and we all know because we have fibro, nothing helps that kind of pain. It just doesn't. Nothing helps you. Now, my doctors are all saying, do exercises, do this. How can you when you can't even move? It takes me a good hour and a half after I get up in the morning to be able to move my hands. Like, seriously. It's terrible.
Now, something like actually Vicodin or what do you call it, Percocet would work. But what do you call it? She's allergic to Percocet, so there you go. I mean, and Percocet, from what I understand, would probably be the only thing that would work. But then again, we have a fear of Percocet. You know, not only for her, but like say me. Like let's say I needed like I hurt my shoulder. I needed shoulder surgery, so I had to take Percocet. So then this way I can even breathe. My shoulder, my back, everything. I got injured, and but
Mine too, Diane.
a friend of ours, this guy Chili, right?
Yeah.
He passed away, right?
Because he didn't know the pain he was in.
He actually didn't know. What happened was he got bit by a spider, and then what was it? His kidney or his?
Brenda, that's where I'm on at nighttime. Amitriptyline. I'm on that for night.
He had a failure, organ failure, and he had it removed. So I don't know. It was one of them. I think it was a kidney.
He like took out the garbage.
And what do you call it? And
he passed out.
And what happened was he went, he got the operation, emergency surgery, and they took it out, right? And then, you know, because we watched it, you know, we went actually to a wedding, and he was in horrible shape.
He
and
looked terrible.
The DJ now.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad we went.
he finally went, and he, you know, his whole body was started shutting down because of, I guess because of that. So they removed. I guess it was. I think it was his kidney, and he was this. I don't know. It was an organ that
all his organs had shut down at one time, and so the problem with the pain medication is he didn't feel he was in pain. If he wasn't taking the pain medication, he would have known that he was hurting and his body was shutting down. But because the pain receptors wasn't telling him that he was in trouble, that, you know, he didn't even know.
So he didn't know, but he got an infection, and the infection just killed him.
He got septic.
He got septic, but he had no idea he did.
Yeah,
because of the so after that it was like, well, wait a second, you know, it's like she even saw it when I hurt myself. I would go to the doctor, and I would get off the medicine for like 24 hours, and I'd be in excruciating pain.
Yeah.
Right, and everybody was like, well, why are you doing this to yourself? It's like, well, if I can't feel the pain, I don't know what, you know.
Yeah.
I can't feel what it is.
So if you go to the doctor, and you take pain medication when you go, and they're like, oh, you look good to me. Bye.
Yeah, go back to work.
Holly.
Yeah.
Hi, Holly. Yeah, just go back. And he wasn't 100%. So I told him, don't take your pain medication. Like, show them how you really feel. You know, because if not, they're going to send you back, and they're going to take away, you know, your therapy and stuff. So, you know.
So that's why it's a little dangerous.
Cat's in her tail. Yeah. So, Judy, I'm going to ask you about the gabapentin. Now, I just read an article about gabapentin that there's a lawsuit about the gabapentin because they're saying it doesn't take away your pain. I mean, some people it does and some people it doesn't, but they're saying that it actually isn't meant for pain. So I'm not sure. Like, all these like I'm on the hydrochloroquine, and that's for, what is that for?
Malaria.
Malaria. Like, malaria. I don't have malaria.
It says it aids in the anti-inflammation of the joints or whatever.
Yeah.
As well. So it's, you know, it's
inflammation. It's supposed to help with the inflammation.
Halle
Berry. This is Halle Berry. She's a rescue. She was born under our house. Beautiful, long tail. They all have part Maine Coon in them.
She's the only fully black cat I've ever seen. I can't see him.
He's biting his Frankie on the back of the neck.
Is he?
Donnie. Come here, babe. Come here, Frankie. Come on.
So pretty girl. You get so pretty.
Babe. Stop him.
I can't, babe. I have to.
You have to.
Here.
Okay. Look. Excuse me, guys. Get off him.
See, now we have a little bit of cat drama.
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 That's a no-no.
She has absolutely no white on her at all. She's completely black.
She's got a couple.
No, I don't see any. Where?
She's got a couple white hairs in here. Sorry, my big fat butt. So yeah.
Like Marco, if you know from my videos, Marco at my mother's house has a little bit of white on him, which is funny because he's named Marco after my cousin Marco, and my cousin Marco had a streak of white hair and on the front over here. Mm-hmm. You know, I think he cuts it off now, but
he cuts it off.
Was
he take scissors? He doesn't have no fingers.
I didn't.
Does he rub it off?
No, Marco, my cousin Marco.
Oh my God! I thought you meant the cat.
Because you didn't see the white on him when we came down.
Yeah, he did. He had it. Yeah.
Oh, you saw the white on him?
Yeah.
So that's why it was like funny because that's why they named it because Marco the cat has white, a little patch of white like right here, but it's just like very little. Otherwise, he's all black.
He's doing it again. Frankie, take care of it. Don't let him do that to you. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Halle Berry is beautiful. Oh, this is Max. This is our very first rescue. He got into, him and his sister Molly got into our yard. He's Maine Coon. His sister's Maine Coon. They're big cats. I grabbed them. Yeah, he's huge. He's our big boy. Well, Tank, if he wasn't so skinny, he'd be big too.
Yeah, Tank.
But Max and Molly, they got into our backyard somehow. And we have a fence around our yard. And our dogs were out there. At the time, we had a Chow, Sassy Sue. And we had Samson. And he was a Cavalier, King Charles Cavalier.
Spaniel
mix. Right. So they have a tendency to hunt together.
Oh, no, he's a great hunter. They're both great hunters.
He was really good. And he almost grabbed one of them. So Stefano grabbed them and he's holding them and he was going to throw them out the yard. I'm like, no, don't do that. They need a home. And he was getting scratched up and everything. And we brought them in.
He was around with his hind legs and his paws wrapped around my arm. And he had his nails in every part of me, and he was biting me.
And he was bleeding.
And I was bleeding. And
he wasn't happy about it. He did not want to bring these cats in.
So I bring them in, but what do you call it? It didn't even take 24 hours.
And they were all fine with each other.
He just walked up, and he did the head bop right off the bat. And then, what do you call it? Then he goes to her, and then he goes give Daddy a kiss, and then he walked over onto my chest and gave me a kiss on my nose.
So Brenda wants to know, Brenda from PA, where is it? She says, is Marco the cat that you were trying to make friends with when you were in PA? I loved your stories about him.
Yes.
He's in Texas now. He's in Texas.
In Texas now.
He's in Texas.
He actually was brokenhearted because he was actually my father's cat.
Yeah.
And he
stopped eating.
He stopped eating. He was looking around, depressed, and everything like this. And
he was mourning. He was really mourning him.
Yeah, he was really mourning him. And actually, we thought it was good because when he got over there, he seemed to cling to my sister. And
Russian blues are my favorite.
And my sister is probably the closest in DNA to my dad. So, oh my God, nails. So, yeah. The other one was Daisy. Daisy was the little one.
Oh, is it actually called Plaquenil? I didn't know that. It's developed. Yeah, I knew it was for malaria. All right. But, and when C19 came out, they were taking that for that. And there was a shortage of it. Like people with RA and Fibro, they couldn't get their medication. So, and that's not something you can just stop. That's what I mean. Like, we depend so much on other countries for our medication. We should just make it here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Max, Judy, he is gorgeous. He is a beautiful cat. So I think you guys have seen almost every cat we have.
Just about.
Just sitting here.
Well, there's Leah right there.
There's a few you won't see, and can you believe it or not, we have puppies here, and they're being so quiet. I'm very proud of them. So
Yeah, you wouldn't even know.
Russian blues, they are my favorite. Yeah. I can't say we overfeed Max because I really never really see Max eating.
No,
I never see him
it's-
eating.
All right, so I make the food.
Yeah, we make our own
Right.
food.
So what I'll do is I'll make a big plate of food for the cats out here. I'll make a plate of food for the dogs and for the cats in the bedroom. Right. So he never indulges in the wet food. He only eats dry food. So, and that's what he prefers to eat.
Amy, yes. I just started taking it. I didn't know that hydrochloroquine was plaquenil. I didn't know that. So I'm actually going to look up. I was on it before, but I got these really bad rashes, but that could have been my fibro, because now when I get a flare up, I get really bad rashes on the side of my feet, and like right around here, I'll start getting rashes, and then I get a really bad flare. So, but I'm just a month. I've been taking it now a month, and I'm handling it pretty well. So I don't know how much it's helping yet because I'm in so much pain. But again, we're in the middle of winter, so that's a hard time for me. Is winter? I ache all over. Oh my goodness.
It doesn't hurt to try something because we have to try something. It's like seems like for Sjogren's syndrome, it seems like there's no real medicine that takes care of this.
Okay. So Sheila's telling me that to make sure. Now I have to go to the eye doctor. Unfortunately, my eyes are always dry. Oh, and I take this stuff to keep my mouth, because I have dry mouth and my eyes are dry. But I was trying to get this gel stuff for my eyes, and I couldn't get it. So for some reason, the pharmacy did not have it. So her next step is going to be putting in those things to make your eyes tear. They go in your tear ducts, which I'm freaked out about, but that's going to have to be my next, because I already have the gene for macular degeneration. I have that gene. I did one of those health things, and that's a gene I do have. Max, come here. Your tail's going to go in a firebug.
Maxie.
Yes, Miss H. Cold weather, it's just
Maximus.
horrible.
Come on. Come on, Bubba.
I'm gonna go to the eye doctor and tell her what I'm on. But I think she knows because they're in our system somehow, so she knows. So. So anything else new? I haven't seen Jay do a video. No. Yeah, I said, the tear duct plugs. Somebody else said it's really not a bad thing, but you know what I'm a freak about my eyes. Even putting in the eye drops, I usually wind up wearing half of it because I'm like blinking, and he can't even do it. He'd have to sit on me to get them in. So I could never wear contacts. Never could it, but I could put eyeliner on, and I can use mascara, which is weird, but you know.
It's funny, you're gonna see me trying to put a contact lens in. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I do it because of what I call I can't shoot my bow without it. With these glasses, I can't do it.
With that expensive hat you got?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I bought a hat for $1,000. I got a free bow.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Enjoyed talking to your baby. I know I love talking to all my kids. makes my heart just beat even more. Hmm. Did anybody see those eye drops that people were buying from Walmart? Was it Walmart brand or whatever brand it was? And it was causing severe eye infections and death. I was like, I was taking them, right? Literally until I switched to that gel. What's that called, hon? That gel that you gave me. It's expensive, but I use it.
Blink? I think it was Blink.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Blink. It's called Blink. So. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Like, I don't know. So many things right now are like scaring people. Eye drops now, they are causing death and severe eye infection. Dry shampoo is causing brain cancer. What I just wonder what's next. Like, what is next that we're going to have to go through? It makes me not even want to dye my hair anymore because the chemicals in it, and I get sores, but I also have health problems. So what could happen with that, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's funny, I said in the video that we never posted, that we decided to make this about, is that, women that are, born between a specific age,
Mm-hmm.
like her and my cousin Helen, they
Yeah.
have similar type of,
Mm-hmm.
issues
Yeah.
and all. And it seems like more and more women, like a lot of my friends at work and everything like this, their wives have either fibromyalgia or something related to some sort of suffering like she's doing.
Well,
And
there's a study. I'm a weird person. I read all these medical studies. There is a study saying that the reason why more women get fibromyalgia than men is because when we're pregnant, I don't know if it's true for everyone, but they're trying to say that when you have babies, your baby's DNA is also left back, like in your body. So that DNA is causing some kind of issue. But then there's women that I know that don't have children that also have fibromyalgia. But more or less, I know a lot of women that have it that have kids. So.
but also that the Sjogren syndrome and everything like this. So it's like these are just weird things that are just coming out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And Sjogren syndrome is like a woman's thing. It's like, and fibromyalgia. It's like there is men that get it, but it's like very, very, very rare.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Usually the includer. Who do you think paid the port fees for Jerry Ann? Who do you think paid for that? See, Jerry Ann got tickets, right? Her tickets are actually a gift. So, it's not like my ex-in-laws, they used to go on a yearly cruise, a family cruise, and they would have to book rooms and they would make sure they booked them together. So they had to go through a travel agent for that. But, mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna tell you time. Hey, beautiful.
With some of the medications, I can't go out in the sun. You can't go out in the sun with some of the medications that you're on. So. Oh, her sisters paid for her fees, and they paid for her ticket too, though, and they wound up paying for Jim's too. That's crazy. Jim's Discover card. Oh, that's true. True. Or another card that she took out in his name. Mm-hmm. That's sad. Isn't it sad? Yeah, right? I really believe that too. I don't know. You getting tired? You should make coffee.
Coffee.
Oh, how long have we been on? Oh, wow. We've been on a while.
Good.
Yeah.
People stuck around.
Yeah, right. She did say that, Miss H, that she had to Jim had to pay $400. But isn't that convenient? Because that $400 is what their fees were. $400. That's what their fees were. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And okay, about that scooter, is she going to be able to go everywhere on the ship with that scooter? And I want to see how big their cabin is. I bet it's so small. So small. I've heard they're really small. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Now, see, I would love to go to Alaska.
I would like to go to
Alaska would be
Alaska.
so much fun. See,
That's the problem, though, is if I went to Alaska, I'd probably want to stay in Alaska.
Oh my gosh, no.
Alaska's the last real wilderness, though. That's like.
It snows way more there than here. I would die. I literally would like.
No, I know.
Well, you could do that when I die. Go to Alaska. Make sure you take all the cats, though.
No.
They would be hunters for you.
You're never gonna die. You're not allowed.
Are you licking me? Am I dirty? Am I dirty? Yeah, Alaska. I don't really think that there is one. Well, I wanted to go to Fiji.
The Fiji Island.
The Fiji, yeah. And how about that Christmas Island? Can we go there? That's not, or Easter Island. There's Christmas Island, right? I don't think, Arlene, that she will leave a tip for anything. Are you kidding? I don't think she will. And did you hear her in the video that she did, or their live, or whatever that was, that, even if Jim has to take the scooter apart every night, that's why she wants him there. That's why. So, Do you think that she'll take any pictures or do any videos or anything with the cruise? I don't think she will. Do you? No, she won't. Her thing, her excuse will be, we just soaked up all the love that we could with each other. I don't know.
Oh, that wouldn't even matter anyway. They're just not going to bother.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And again, what do you call it? Like, even if we went on vacation, I guess we probably wouldn't. Well, we never really go on trips like that anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. He's going to be there, Jacqueline, just for hand and foot service for her. I mean, hopefully the bathroom is close because, she has those accidents. I can't imagine having the room service have to do that, clean that, not room service, but the maid service, have to come and clean up after her. Can you imagine? I hope she wears the pens because, that would be yucky. I hope it has nothing to do with her dog. I'll have to look on her Instagram, but I don't follow her there, so I don't know really her Instagram. She's having issues, Jerry Ann, for some reason. What?
She's having issues with what?
She's not saying. She just says has issues. Uh-huh. Yeah, her sisters won't.
Issues in general, issues with the trip, or?
No, she's having personal issues at home. She's not saying what it is. She's not coming out to say it.
Well, she's having personal issues. That's probably her and Jim.
Probably, because she's still mad at him for what he said. And he's not taking the video down. He refuses.
Rock on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I'm serious. I'm not sure what kind of adult would go and talk personal stuff, not just about her husband, but personal stuff about her having accidents in her bed or on her way to the bathroom. you know, where
stuff that you shouldn't really be
yeah,
doing out
not
there.
broadcasting, like, you know,
Yeah.
where depends. They have depends, and they have chucks for the bed, so I'm sure, you know, because they use them for the dog. So, oh, I'm sorry, pups. You know.
Yeah, they have all kinds
Yeah.
of pads and stuff like that that you could be using and all of that. And
Mm-hmm. It is about time that Jim stood up for himself, but I'm hoping that her pressuring him and humiliating him behind the scenes doesn't continue, because I think that man's just going to lose his mind if she keeps it up. You can tell that he has a lot on his mind, and he's doing everything to bring peace for himself, but she's not allowing it. She's still nagging. Like, I don't nag him.
and
I don't.
all the warning signs are there too, because
Yeah.
he even said specifically, he said, when you're back, I mean,
If he gets backed into a corner.
made some kind of a metaphor about it, a rat getting backed into a corner or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever animal it was, I don't even remember. But, basically he was saying, you're going to back me into a corner to where I'm just going to snap,
Yeah.
and, she should heed the warning, because that's, he, it, I say it was a desperate,
Yeah. I mean,
cry
people
for
were
help.
literally worried about him with the video that he did, you know.
He's fit to be tied. So what do you call it? He's right now. He's a loose cannon.
Right, Diane, they can't keep the same story. That's going out. They can't keep the same story straight. Like, you know, she doesn't want to seem like she's a total, you know, sloppy person. But I believe, and I worked in a nursing home, I believe the chucks were for accidents. They're not going to really be for wounds, you know. You could put a towel down or something for your back like that. I mean, how much stuff would really come out of her wounds that she would need a chuck? So, you know. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Oh, FJ. FJ, did you want to get up for a minute?
Okay. See, Ellen, I don't understand her asking for prayers for her and her family. Like, why? Because you said that you're pagan and you're doing these spells and spell jars. Like, it's really confusing. You can't have both religions. It just doesn't work that way. Maybe because I'm only saying this is my opinion. Maybe because you're playing with this stuff, things are going wrong in your life. You know, it could be. I'm not sure.
You can't be both. You can't be a pagan and you can't be have religion.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
You
A
know.
chuck, Sheila, a chuck is something that you, like, we use in nursing homes for elderly people that have accidents. We'll use them in the peds ward for little babies that have accidents, so it doesn't wet the sheets as well. So it keeps the sheets dry,
I know. Give me a
and
second.
you don't have to change the sheets. But that's what a chuck is for. They come in different colors, different sizes. You can even buy them on Amazon. So, you know, it's just for not making a mess in the bed. We used to use them for elderly people that sat in wheelchairs, you know, and couldn't get up and go to the bathroom right away. So, yeah, it's sad. I don't know. But, and I think, Jacqueline, this is my thought on things, because when you're getting assistance and things, like, I believe they're getting food stamps, because Social Security, you can get food stamps because it's really a low income. I'm not sure about disability. I don't know if you can or not. I think you can. So you can only work a minimum amount of hours for your whole family. So that's why I think Jim has a part-time job, because if he had a full-time, they wouldn't qualify for things. Nursing help, you know, the help that comes in, they wouldn't qualify for that. And that's my personal opinion, is why I think Jim works part-time. Yeah. I've seen him. I've seen them on her sofa before. You could see them. It's sad that she doesn't wear a Depends. And with her bladder control problems, I think that she should be seeing somebody for that, or at least telling her oncologist that, because she hasn't had any kids or anything. So why is she having these accidents so frequently? You know. You know. Mm. Right. She wants him to stay part-time so she has the person to take care of her, but then so he doesn't get independent. Because if he thinks he's making good money just part-time, can you imagine the money he'd be making if he worked full-time and some overtime hours? He would have enough money. He would be able to do what he wanted to do, and she doesn't want him to do that. There's just no way. Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I don't get. Her kidneys work 100%, but it could be a bladder thing too. I mean, or I don't want to say about her weight, but maybe she doesn't feel the urgency to go like, regular people, like she doesn't feel it. It could be a problem with that. I mean, that's why you would see a kidney doctor, you know. And she's always drinking all that water. So, she's drinking out water, drinking out water. you know. I think so too. I mean, I think so too, Tracy. I think he's always worked part-time because they've always been on some kind of assistance one way or another. I'm not knocking anybody that has to get assistance at all. I'm not. If you need it, you need it. But there's a need and an abuse, So, usually I'm going to be honest. When I got my divorce from my husband, my kid's father, I went on assistance. I went to school. I got my CNA license. As soon as I started working as a CNA, I stopped everything. I stopped it all. It's just, I don't understand. I don't understand her. Betty, I think, I mean, I don't want to say, I mean, she is, to me, she's lazy. But just to put it out there in the universe that you have all these accidents, it's a little gross. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, that's what I'm saying too, Miss H. I'm saying that, they know how to kind of like play the system, you know. Is there another Pamslife in here? Wait till Steph Note comes back. I would love to know who this Pamslife 2 is. Hi, Pamslife 2. Babe!
What?
There's a Pamslife 2 using my picture in here.
Pamslife 2?
Come here. Yes. That is so funny. There you go. Pamslife 2. Can I be your moderator? I'm new. And that's my picture. See it? Huh?
Can I be your moderator?
Yeah. That's my personal picture. Okay. Ha! That is crazy. You never know when your fans come out. So what can you do here? Oh wait, I'll have to do it myself. I'm sorry guys, I'm just looking up this Pamslife 2. It's kind of weird. All right, Diane, thank you so much for stopping by and posting that I was on live. Thank you. That's too funny.
Oh, sorry.
We're just wondering who this Pamslife 2 is. I'm going to investigate a little bit more, but I'm sure they're still in here. But at least they're in here, right? I can get the view. So, guys, we have been on for quite a while now. I'm going to let this thing go. I hope you guys like this. I know we talked a lot about different things. So if you like this kind of thing, we will do it, more often. We don't mind. I mean, you can ask us any question. Either we'll answer it or we won't. It doesn't matter. So, No. Hi, Dylan. I don't think so. Look at my baby. Hi. Hi, FJ. Say hi.
Oh.
This is Daddy's boy.
Yes.
So.
I'm sorry. You got a big Maximus behind you.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm not knocking anybody that has assistance at all. If you need it, you need it. It's there for a reason, but it's not there to live off of. It's there to help you through tough times. He's such a big cat. Through tough times.
I think they should give food stamps to everybody.
The puppies, they're all sleeping. Like they're all here on the floor, but they're sleeping. They're being so good. I'm not going to bother them because when they're terrible, they are terrible, terrible. So, sorry guys, my mouth is getting dry.
What are you doing there?
It's really good to catch up with everybody. And thank you. I want to thank you all for being here. I didn't really expect so many people to be in here. Like for me, this is a lot of people, and I really, really appreciate it. And I guess you guys woke up the dogs, so let me show you them. Here.
Oh, I got this.
Brownie. Come on, Brownie. Come on, Brownie. We'll start with, this is Brownie. This is Brownie. Hi, baby. This is Brownie. You can't really see her face because I just gave her a little cut. See? Hello, everybody. Hello. Your daddy's looking. Hello. Yeah. Okay, there's Brownie. She's a big girl. This one. This is Jax. This is our only little boy. Oh, yeah, thank you. This is Jax. He's all black.
Good night.
Okay, here we go. This is Mommy's.
So far, thumbs up, everyone.
This is Mommy's special baked one, because I was always joking.
Bye, Brenda.
Hello. This is our Nova Rose. She is specially baked for me. And then here is our little troublemaker.
We will, Sheila.
No, this is Jax.
No, I'm reading
Jax. This is Jax. No, I thought I showed Jax already. What you got on here, bud? This is the boy. Boy, 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 boy. And I guess I must have mistakenly showed you the girl, because she's black too.
Yeah, Dylan, they were all bred in heaven, for sure.
This is the daddy. This is Ollie.
Where do you live? We can give you one.
We can give you one. Yeah. Brownie is big. She's a big girl. So, yep. We had a misfortune happen to us. We gave a relative chunks. He looks like his dad. We gave a relative's chunks, and he with the understanding that we would get this dog back if anything happened, they couldn't keep it or whatever. Then I get this message saying, I hope that you understand, but I gave chunks away, and I'll give you the information later. And so I wrote back and I'm like, that was not our understanding that you were going to give this puppy away, because actually these are purebred dogs. So they are Shih Tzus, and these dogs are part Shih Tzu and part Mini Poodle. So Racha, you looking at yourself? And so our understanding was we would get him back, because I actually wanted to breed him out because he would be a perfect breeder because he's beautiful colors. And so the person wrote to me and said, no way in hell would I ever give you that dog back. That was not our understanding. Our agreement was they would give it back. And then they said all this shit about how I can't handle my animals, which is a crock of bullshit. So, so I don't know what to do, because it was a verbal understanding. And since they blocked me, all of our messages have disappeared. So I have no proof to say that this is what they agreed to. Because I was thinking about taking them to court. Because that's a $4,000 dog. $4,000 that dog is. And I gave it away for free. With the understanding that they would give it back. And I knew that they weren't going to be able to keep it, because this person really doesn't keep things long. And I knew we would be back up there within a couple months to get the dog back. So that's the only reason I gave it to this person. So now I just don't know what to do. And then on top of it, they said, it's just a dog. And to us, I'm sorry, these are not just animals. They are not. They have our hearts and our souls, and we take such good care of them. We take better care of them than we do of ourselves, truthfully. So, I mean, that is like, I don't even know what to do, especially since it's a relative that did this to me, a relative. So, it's just so heartbreaking, And that was my favorite dog, by the way. It was my favorite. So.
And that's the reason that we gave it to that person.
It's the reason that we gave it to that person, because if they were, I would be able to see it grow up. I would know where it was, They are our children, because Stefano and I have children, but not together. So these crazy beings, they are like our babies. So, but we do have 2 that are looking for homes, the 2 little black ones, Jax and his sister. Hey, Jet. His sister's Jet and he's Jax. They're both black. They're amazing dogs. They're smart. Jet is a little feisty though. She's a feisty one. She likes to run around and be the boss of everyone. And Jax is small for his age. He's tiny. So yeah. But they're looking for homes. So if anybody's near Maine, let me know if you're interested. So, yeah, I know. I should have got it in writing, and I told Stefano that. I should have got, and as we were leaving, Stefano turned around and said to her, now, if there's a problem of any kind, just call us and we'll be right there. And that's the last thing he said to her. So, it's just heartbreaking. It really is. And some points are right. We do have a lot of animals. We do. But that one, he was going to be a breeder. We were going to use him for breeding purposes. And he was such a beautiful color that you'll never find that color again. You really won't. It's very rare.
Dylan, it wasn't a text message. It was on a, what do you call it?
Messenger.
Messenger. So if they blocked it, they could have deleted it already. So who knows?
Yeah, they blocked me from every platform and their phone number.
But that, yeah, he said that you can, the lawyer can request the court to subpoena all that information.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And everything like that, but I don't know if that would go back to that particular time.
I don't know. It's just unfortunate. It just, I mean, I try with my family. I have to say, I try and take them back and talk to them and take them back, and I always get stepped on. Then the verbal abuse starts with this one in particular person. It's just like they have to stab you in the back and say things that are so hurtful and do things that are so hurtful. Like that dog, he might just be a dog to you, but I watched him being born. I was there for everything, training, everything, first foods, all of it. I was there for, and I trusted this person enough that I knew they weren't going to keep it. I knew it. I just knew they weren't going to keep it. So that's why I gave him to her, so I could get him back. I never wanted him to really be gone. I knew that this person can't handle anything. They say they can, and then they can't. And then to turn around and say to me that I have too many animals, and I don't have, what was it? I don't have the means to take care of the animal, which is, like we all said, we said here, we have a credit card dedicated to the animals and the animals only. What's that one say? Dylan say? Facebook. I hope so. I don't know really what to do. Really, right now, we can't afford to even go to a small claims court. You know what I mean? And it's just the fact that somebody had to stab me in the back to do.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
I do want to look into it. You know.
I mean, so what do you call it? I'm pretty sure that.
That's what I said. She probably sold it. She probably sold it. That's what I said.
Yeah,
exactly what I said.
That's exactly what we said.
You know,
it's like, hey.
after she did it. And then to tell me it's just a dog to get over it. Well, you know, it's just the abuse my family loves to dish out. It's like I'm the main one that they can like say whatever about and talk about, no matter what I do, you know, no matter how good I am.
That's because they're all miserable.
They are. They're very miserable. You know, it's really sad. And I really don't, like...
You would think for your family you'd be happy for, whatever,
yeah. And they're not. They're not, you know.
In whatever case.
And each one of them. It's not just one. I have 2 sisters and my mother. My dad, I finally found my dad after 40 years. You know, so, you know, there's a lot in my family, and I always try to trust them. When I forgive them, I try to trust them. I don't bring up the past. I just try to move on from whatever it was. And I can't. You can't do that. So, you know, they'll never let you forget whatever it was that they think that you did wrong. They keep it like in a notebook, tucked away, you know, to hurt you, just to hurt you. That's all it is. So, you know, sorry guys, I'm venting. My therapy session's over. So
Cindy says, I am in Massachusetts. I wish I could take one.
Yeah.
You can take one. Mm-hmm. And I'll deliver it to you because it's only in Massachusetts. You're right there.
My husband doesn't mind driving far.
It all depends. I don't know where you are in Massachusetts, though.
Didn't we have to go to Massachusetts for all these?
No, that's New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire.
But I wouldn't mind taking a trip down so I can go to Wegmans.
There's always a good side to everything. So, you know. But yeah, these 2, they're still
you figure I can get down to if you're in the Boston area, that's an hour and 45 minutes. If right down to the edge of like 495 going down by
He's crazy. Oh, sorry guys. Molly.
Not a good demo.
She
wanted to say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, just let us know. You know, if you.
There's
want
no
one,
pressure, really.
If you want one, we will figure something out.
Yeah, like you know.
Yes, Brenda from PA. Yes.
There's no pressure.
She says, "Vent away, Pam."
I know, but I just got done saying how.
And Dylan's giving us all kinds of good information here.
Yes, she's very helpful. Yeah, it's I just got done saying how the Hensons use their form, and I do it. So I'm not really. Oh, nobody wants to see your booty, baby. See, that's his boo-boo paw. He doesn't like me to show it to anyone. So yeah, we have 2 available because 2 of them are staying with us. One is the brown one. Brownie, she's staying because she has a hernia and she needs the surgery, and I don't want to give somebody a dog that needs surgery right away, you know what I mean? So I don't want to do that to someone right away, give you vet bills. And little Miss Nova Rose, we're actually going to keep her because she's our special little girl. She did it again. Come on, baby.
Come on, Molly. Come.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know.
Now we're all shaky again.
I'm sorry. Look at Tiggs. He's watching everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Tiggs. So, but yeah, if you're really interested, just email me. I'll put my email in the description after this video because I'm gonna let it go live. After this video, I'll put it up for you. And if you, no pressure, if you really do want one, just let me know, and that'll be fine. If you don't worry about it. We will find homes for them one way or the other. So, but right now they're being spoiled. So they're getting very spoiled. They're getting used to homemade food. Yep. So, and they need haircuts.
But the homemade food is actually easy to make if you see. I'll get the whole entire the whole quarter, like quarter, and I'll buy like a 10-pound bag of it. And I'll make it from there, and you know. But I have the recipe. But you could do it with like chicken breast, you know, that are already done. And you don't have to,
you know what I'll do? I'll put in the description bar, I'll put the video that we watched in the description. So it'll be tomorrow when I'll put it up. But then we're still going to make a video of our own because
I make mine a little bit different than the guy that...
Yeah, so it's no right or wrong way to make it. So.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
This is our 16-year-old. She's 15 right now. She'll be 16. This is Stormy. Hello. 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 I've got something on my... Oh. Now we're getting bombarded because all the pups are awake. So, guys, I think...
So, Dylan says she got we have a teacup Yorkie, and my husband just said she sounds like when it came time to give the puppies away. We only had one litter, but they were all still here with me. We were both just cracking up.
Yep, I know, right? Like, I think the longer you keep them, the longer you love them, and the harder it is to say goodbye to them. I mean, but it
is. It's hard. Like it is. It was really hard to give. Oh,
Chunks! I was so surprised I wasn't crying.
Chunks was the.
He was an awesome pup. I could kick myself. I'm going to kick myself forever for that one because he was an amazing pup. He learned everything. He was the last born, but learned everything first. He knew his name right away. He would
jump on the bed first.
Around.
Jump on the couch first.
Yeah, he would prance around.
And that was like weeks ago.
These guys, the only one that can jump on this sofa right now is Brownie.
Yep, and
none of them can get on the bed.
Brownie just went up on the bed this morning.
By herself?
Yep.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yep, she jumped up on the bed this morning.
That's a milestone. But yeah, you know, they become family members. They're our little kids. But I would really like to see them get a good home, somewhere they can run around and play, you know, because it is right. We do have too many. We do have, and they would need a really good
Kimber
home.
914 says, finally, pew. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. So, guys.
Probably just made it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. But I will let you all go. This has been fun, like I said, and we will do more of them. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Also, if you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll put my email in the description. It's been fun.
We are going to do a Dollar Tree haul. It's just that now we have like, I don't know how many bags of Dollar Tree stuff that we haven't even unpacked.
We have Dollar Tree, but it's no big deal. It's just necessities that we needed and, you know, little things. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you in my next video. I'm going to say goodnight.
Cindy says she's going to have a long talk with her hubby.
Okay, and just let me know.
Okay, you have the long talk. Let us know, and then you know, we can make arrangements or anything like this.
Yeah, I mean, we don't mind. We don't mind. Anything else before we go?
Have a great night, Tracy.
Oh, we have this. There's a fight. Good night, everybody.
It happened.
What a way to end. Good night.
All right.
Bye.